not polite to hit a lady.
Hello, mean girl. Did you know there's a special section of hell reserved for bullies? So, have fun.
God is love. I don't love you.
Are you one of them?
That
Are you an angel?
I am the first angel, loved once above all others. Perfect love. But like all true love, one day it withered on the vine.
I can't do this.
I can lay you out and fill your mouth with your mother's feces. Or we can talk.
So let's talk, I guess, huh? Hopefully that intro looked as good and came across as well as it did in my head prior to. Anyhow, welcome to the Fivefold Understanding YouTube channel, where we routinely read and review comic books simultaneously together. I'm kind of the YouTube, what would you call it, compass. You come here, check out a book, and it'll maybe send you to the right part of your LCS, that's local comic shop. Send you in the right direction. We do classic comics here. More than not number ones. And on today's docket, from the Sandman universe, DC Comics, and the Vertigo branch, the all-new Lucifer #1. Dope cover too, huh? And yes, we do say docket around here, apparently. Couple of real good covers. The variant cover might even be better. By Dan Waters. Never heard of him. And you know what? I don't know a damn thing about the Sandman universe. I got some of that Sandman Overture. Read a couple classic reprints, giant size editions. Got a blue cover for the, the Neil Gaiman universe, the Neil Gaiman mythology. That's what we're dealing with here. The Endless, I believe it's called. And I know one of them did appear in Paul Cornell's Action Comics run. That started in 890. I think it was Death appeared. 890 to gotta be 899. Sets up Action Comics 900. Anyhow, outside of mainstream DC continuity, that's usually my branch, but I don't know nothing about this. So let's just dive in and see what it's all about. Maybe it's good, maybe it's horse shit. We're going to find out. And if it is any good, you can go to the comic shop and get the rest of them. And if you're sick of listening to me talk, you can put it on mute. I'm not going to read it out loud, but I will check in momentarily. There's a reason we call this comics and colloquy. Slang, dialogue in the dialect, dictum in the discourse. All right, here we go. And that's whoever's point being that it's hopeless. I'm as lost as you guys are right now. I am the morning star, bringer, the first of the damned. And you know, if you want to get technical, the morning star is actually more subscribed, I believe it's to Nebuchadnezzar. You know, if you want to get theological. Not that we're theologians, right? Wink, wink. Sounds like it hurts, right? Flashbacks to what's that one with Angelina Jolie where she had her wings ripped off? You know, more satanic Disney. What was it called? Maleficent or something? Digging the art seems pretty perfect for this kind of, what would you call it, theological period piece or something? Right there, that says it all. Right there, the narration's pretty flat. This whole book is flat. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I mean, Lucifer is making a comeback. He's stuck in hell or something. There's some guy in one of those Walmart carts. You know, what? But maybe there was something before this or what. I don't know. But, you know, there's a lot of people going to walk up into the store and be like, oh, this looks sweet. I'm going to buy this, you know? And they're going to be like, what the fuck when they get home if they don't, people that are used to reading regular DC, rebirth continuity, for example, or even the Marvel kids, you're going to be lost. And it kind of has like this poetic dialogue to it or something. I love the art, though, I'll tell you that. So I'm thinking this is like some form of hell or something. Purgatory. The story's changed. It's from another book. I mean, are they like speaking to us? I mean, wow. It'd be real perfect if this guy over here in this right panel says, there's no page numbers on this blasted thing. I don't know if we started at the end or the middle, or you know what I mean? Like almost allegorical for the reader. And then they put his body into a bucket. And then back to the fodder part of the story. This John Decker wakes slowly. John, it's like a wannabe Constantine. I thought they were talking about Constantine at first. There's a perfect metaphor for the comic so far, in my opinion, is a fucking car wreck. And then right here, more perfect allegorical narration on the right over here. What does that mean? I don't understand. I don't understand. What the, maybe I should have, I don't know, took a little something before I read this. And I'm not talking about Vicaprofen either, because I took a couple of them and it ain't, we're talking about some mushrooms or something. Gately House was never meant for you. What the fuck is Gately House? And then he wakes up from his dream. His apartment's different. And there it is again. Cryptic words. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be something before this. I mean, obviously there is, but something that really helps this mythology connect. Because I've got these Sandman overtures. Like I said, I didn't really read a lot of Sandman, but they look cool, so I bought them. They're just sitting over here in the stack. Maybe those would help, or there's something else I'm missing here. I don't know. I guess I don't do a lot of Vertigo. I did House of Mystery and Fables. House of Mystery Vertigo is awesome. Not as good as the original House of Mystery, and we'll get into that in a future video for sure. I promise you that. And Fables, you want to read something fun? Fables makes a lot of sense. You could pick it up at any point in the entire 100-plus issue run or any of the original graphic novels and have fun with Fables. Very self-contained on many different levels. This seems totally the opposite to me anyway. To try to draw some meaning from the meaningless of it all. I can't believe how many words in here describe how the reader, feels. It's unbelievable. To draw some meaning from the meaninglessness of it all. And there's the Gately House. Should have been the House of Mystery. Got some gray alien with a hood on looking at him through the window. Nothing as original as that. That single eye looking at you. Every other movie poster is a single eye. I mean, I don't know. Now I'm starting to point out the redundancies of it. Some more characters. And when I leave this place, it is you I will burn to ash. As far as number ones go, if you're going to take a comic in this sort of direction, you got to do more introductory origin for at least some of this. Have a few more pages. We need something for newbies like me who don't know anything about this endless, this Neil Gaiman Sandman universe. I give this book a fucking D+. And the reason I give this book a D+ is simply because it's because the art. It's got some good art, I suppose you could say. Lucifer, The Fall from Grace, and Down the Stars. Dan Waters. Don't know nothing about you, Dan, but for a number one, I haven't, I've read some worse number ones, but this was pretty bad. I give these, I know I'm going to butcher it, but the Fumara brothers credit, because the art in here was pretty special. There's a little similarity here with Heroes in Crisis. Horrible freaking right. Beautiful art, Next issue of Red Death and Ginger Tomcats. Yeah, I won't be showing up for that one. But I'll tell you what, Justice League Dark's been really good, and I've been hearing good things about the Witching Hour that they're running, this weekly miniseries that ties into JLL Justice League Dark after the first 3 issues, so the artist can get back on track for 4, 5, and 6. And Comic Boom here has been actually doing a real good job covering it, because I've been agreeing with a lot of the stuff he's been saying lately, especially with the Justice League Dark. And this is some of that Witching Hour stuff right here. Check that stuff out. I should have did a video for that.
Issue 56. This is part 2 of the Witching Hour, which is a weekly event that started 1 week ago with the Witching Hour number 1. And it carries part 2 for this week, and it's going to carry on for the next 3 weeks for October. It's going to end with the final chapter on October 31st, Halloween.
And I think it just helps the writer or the artist get caught up with the art. That's my guess. This Halloween type thing. If you want something more kind of, occultish, check that stuff out. And I know a lot of people say, you're crazy. That book was written by James Tinian the Ninth or whatever his name. I'm telling you. Terrible writer. And this guy came out of nowhere and he put absolute goods on the table. Shockingly. Best book I've read in a while from DC, and has that occult twist to it. So check out Justice League Dark 1, 2, and 3. Comic Boom here covers what happens after that. I think he's got Justice League Dark videos too. He's pretty sure he does. But I'm just saying, check this stuff out if you want to get more into the occult. Because this Lucifer stuff was terribly, terribly disappointing. So like I said, check out Comic Boom. Throw him a sub. Definitely throw me a sub if you haven't. You get the white, hot, hard truth right here. Because, see, I don't always do comic book videos. Like I said, routinely we'll do them. Because I try to give it a little variety. Who wants to stick to one subject? So I got a lot of fun stuff. I got videos on all types of stuff, a lot of comic-related stuff. But I try to cover the full gauntlet right here. And I do have some good number one videos on my channel. I got some fun stuff you don't see in other people's channels too. Especially this one right at the top here. Comicsgate customers respond. Check this one out. Let's see what the thumbs up look like.
Here we go. We're on our way
to my comic book shop. See, I got 130 thumbs up to 6. I'm doing something right over here at my channel. And I do got all types of videos. And like I said, too, I do have some good comic ones. This comics and colloquy thing got screwed up. These are just the Doomsday Clock videos. Drunk, stoned, brilliantly magnificent. I didn't do number 1 or 2 like I should have. I did the middle like a dummy. And but I do have some other ones on my channel. Like I said, I did Unicron, the Transformers, the IDW. What would you call it? The heavens. The sky is falling on the IDW Transformers universe. I did Unicron 1 and 0. Massive bullshit in front of some of those videos. This one right here, at the top of your screen, Batman, Catwoman, Unearthed 2, the original I cover all the weddings for Batman and Catwoman, or Batman, excuse me. And we tackle the Huntress's first appearance in this comic. And believe it or not, it only has 167 views. It's a really good video. I even got 2 noted or noteworthy, what would you call it, published authors to comment positively on it. I got emails from some somewhat big people who write pop culture related, what would you call it, autobiographical stuff that has to do with comics that actually love that video. So that was surprising. And right here too, this Be Gone, SJW Be Gone, Immortal Hulk number 1 and 2 were excellent. I got 3, 4, 5 around here somewhere, but I do got some videos that are good about number 1s. I just feel bad and want to apologize because that Lucifer comic sucked. So I guess with all that being said, thanks for stopping by, everybody, and the saga continues.